Look at these guys run over there for a tip down. Hey, welcome back to Drone Ice Conditions for the 25-26 season, everybody. Today is the first day of flights. For those of you that are not used to this, I fly over on Lake Winnebago and Lake Poygan primarily, and I show you what the conditions look like from above. I don't actually go out on the ice and give you actually ice depth charts. So, having said that, before we get going, as normal, cue that elevator music. All right, like normal, it's time for some ice safety. If the ice is less than 4 inches thick, stay off. If it's 4 inches or more, you can go on foot. If it's between 5 and 7 inches, you can take a snowmobile. And between 7 and 8 inches, you can take a side-by-side or an ATV. 9 to 12 inches, a car. 13 to 17 inches, you can take a truck. 20 inches or more, you can take one of those deluxe ice castle things. All right, on to the drone ice reports. Okay, everyone, this is Lake Poygan. We always start on Poygan facing west. We flew out of the county launch, which is just past Nofke's, heading west on that road that's there. Kind of boring looking out here because of the snow cover, but you can see where there is patches of, I'm going to call it funky ice. I don't know what it is. If you're going out here, I would definitely take a spud bar with you. I did get reports of very, very fluctuating ice conditions. Remember, if you're throwing out on the ice this time of year, I highly recommend a spud bar. Tell someone where you're going and also bring some flotation with you, possibly, or even a throw rope to get somebody else out. That's Nofke's there. Feel free to stop by, get some bait from those guys. They don't sponsor me, but they're very nice. County launch is that green circle right there. This is the South Shore. Hard to tell what's going on, so be careful if you're going to head out on Poygan. Now, I dropped the altitude as was requested last year. I'm down at about 200 feet. You can see a little more detail, but again, this is kind of a boring flight as we look around on Poygan here. Off in the distance is that North Shore again. Those kind of weird looking grayish colored patterns on the ice is where there would have been water on the surface. So take some extra caution when you go by those. I don't know what's going on there. That green dot you just saw were those ice shacks that were out there. So people are getting out, but I don't know how much they're getting out. And what the conditions are out on the lake. This is only what I see from the drone. There's Nofke's again, party going out or coming in, I don't remember. And this is the South Shore of Lake Poygan. Again, please use caution when you go out there. No ice is ever 100% safe ice. Let's head over and take a look at Lake Winnebago now over on Asylum Bay. Hey, there I am. Well, that's where I was flying from the county launch there on Poygan real quick. So this is Lake Winnebago, and let's get to it. Okay, we do have people fishing out fairly far already, which is nice considering it's only the 12th. That's Garlic Island off in the distance, going off the screen on Lake Winnebago. We always start facing north. Remember, I did not go out on the ice. This is only what I see from the drone. Looks like there's some pressure cracks starting in the normal places where they've been year after year. Just keep in mind that when you look at for discolored snow, that means there may have been surface water there or something was going on. We're starting to pan right into Asylum Bay itself. People fishing already between the points there. Water tower right there off in the distance. More people in the bay proper. We're panning around towards the fisheries station right now and that little lighthouse that's down there. If you're going to go out here, please use caution. Like I said on Poygan, use a spud bar, tell someone where you're going, consider a throw rope or some flotation. Now we've just dropped the altitude down to 100 feet. If you like this, let me know. This takes about 3 hours to produce these 2 flights. This is not a quick adventure, and this takes away from my fishing time. So tell me what you guys want to see here. I really need you to tell me in the show notes. So comment on there, let me know. We're panning around. We're about to look into the bay again here. You can see some definition in that pressure crack. Again, that's year after year. It's right around that same point. And we're looking at the West Shore, water tower off in the background there. We're looking approximately west right now. So between the water tower and that just big tower in the back, that's looking vaguely west. DNR Fisheries Station coming into view, and then we're going to finish up by looking north. Hang out if you want to. I set just a quick little flight by those ice fishermen to some music here. Thanks for coming along, everybody. I should have these flights, generally speaking, on Thursdays is when I'm planning on flying, or Fridays, and then hopefully the release of the video will be Friday or Saturday morning so you guys can get out fishing. If you subscribe to the channel, which I recommend doing, please do that, by the way. I will always tend to post a little thing where the flights are going to be. Remember, these are all weather dependent, FAA rules dependent, and everything else. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Enjoy this little flight.